fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty, hello everybody. This is Kirishima here, and now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Izuku Midoriya and the Venom Symbiote. Then we did have Toga with the Toxin Symbiote face off against Danny with the Grendel Carnage Symbiote. Now, whenever all of this did happen, Midoriya, he was faced with a decision. They're going to lose. Either way, Null will be revived, or brought out of whatever he's in. So, they're faced with an option. They die here and Danny faces off against Null, or they take Danny down and fight Null. And either way, the world could be doomed. Now, Midoriya, he knew about this, and ultimately he did kill Danny, absorbing the Grendel symbiote along with Carnage and the codexes, as Null was made aware of Earth's presence, and he is currently on his way. Now, with that being said, S.H.I.E.L.D. also did announce their presence to the world, as we do currently have Midoriya and his family. All of them sitting down and watching the television, as all over the news is talking about this government agency, S.H.I.E.L.D. and what they do stand for. As it does actually cut to a broadcast where it does have Izuku Midoriya there. Hello. Everybody on Earth, my name is Izuku Midoriya. Whenever I was about at the age of 5 years old, my symbiote, Venom, he and I met. He and I bonded. Venom popping out of his shoulder. Midoriya explaining, from the very moment that he bonded with Venom, he knew he was special. However, there is more to this story. Venom has been there since he was a child, and has helped him on his path to becoming a pro hero. Up until at the age of 15, something did happen. His symbiote bared an offspring, and it gained all the memories of an insane individual, along with an enemy he previously took down. As he does go on talking about Carnage. Now, this is whenever Toxin would walk forwards, the master retracting and it being Himiko Toga, as everybody does immediately look at her, some people in the crowd booing and screaming at her. However, Midoriya does just bring his hand up and inform everyone that, and this is what the result was. The Toxin symbiote is the offspring of Carnage, or the villain alias that Himiko Toga has previously gone by. She was a victim in Carnage's games, and in the past couple months, she has been on her road to recovery. Now, Toga would actually just step forwards and take the microphone, as she would say, I'm sorry for what Carnage did. He affected all of us. He played games with my head, forced me to do things I'm not proud of. But I will make up for them the best that I can. Now, everybody would be surprised hearing this, as somebody would call this out. A pro hero stepping forwards, talking about how he faced Carnage and barely survived. Now, with that, we do have somebody who does come walking in, or more amply, flying in, as the pro hero would directly land on the stage and walk forwards. Izuku, you really can't expect everyone just to believe this. Kirishima. Yeah, it's me. She should be in jail. Dude, you don't understand anything. I'm aware. But, him looking at Toga, talking about how Carnage made her play those games, didn't he not? She's an accomplice to him. And now she has another symbiote stronger than Carnage? What is gonna happen next? You said it yourself. That thing is Carnage's baby. And it's connected to her. How do we know that she's not going to stop? Her looking at Kirishima, as he does turn his head to look at her. The look in her eyes, it doesn't show rage, it shows sadness. Carnage killed people. He killed my father, wearing my face. I witnessed it all. I still remember people's screams, them begging. Carnage tore parts of my mind apart because I wouldn't play his games. I wish he would have killed me, the same way he murdered everybody else. Wow. Anyways, do you have any... Midoriya bringing his hand up and attaching it to Kirishima's shoulder. Now, everyone being surprised as Midoriya bring up his right thumb and directly put it on his forehead. As a second later would pass, Kirishima backing away as he does actually fall onto his, ass, putting his hands out and looking at all of that. Wow. Oh. Sorry. Yeah, you don't understand anything. Now, everybody of Earth, this is a message. We fought against Carnage. He is defeated. No need to worry about him anymore. However, a bigger threat is on the horizon. It will be coming here. And we feel it. We need to prepare. This is no longer about villains or heroes. This is about the survival of humanity. And our best chance at surviving. If we fail here, none of it will matter anymore. Now, Midoriya would then turn around and walk away, as Toga would follow him. Now, we do cut back to everyone who's currently sitting down, as we do have, let's see, Eri, who does ask Midoriya about what's going on. Well, Eri, that's a bit complicated. The world's in danger. Yeah. The world is going to be destroyed, and we don't know how long. Currently, S.H.I.E.L.D. is giving out as much things from the vault as they can to trusted agents. All that stuff is dangerous and could destroy the world anyway. But hey, we're fucked. Izuku, you can't think like that. Sorry. I'm just still processing Danny. Yeah, we're aware. You should get some sleep. It's, been a long day for you. Yeah, I should. Now, Midoriya, he would go to bed. As we do then have 2 weeks later, where the world has somewhat begun to understand what's happening. And we do have Midoriya, who in this time has begun to notice things. While he's planning for his wedding with Jiro, the symbiote did begin to act funny. Venom itself did spawn Mania. And Midoriya did have to take back that piece of Venom he did give to Kyoka. Now, along with that, Bakugo himself has been researching his own symbiote. Since Venom, or Anti-Venom, is beginning to show signs of consciousness. And this is unusual. Especially since it's only been Bakugo up there within his own head. Now, with that being said, the world is beginning to try and prepare for Null. And many different things are happening within this time. Society almost falls apart. However, they need leaders. And Midoriya ultimately is appointed as one of them. And people are hesitant to trust her, but Himiko Toga was willing to step up. Along with Midoriya's wife, Jiro, possessing the Mania symbiote. Now, many different people were hesitant. However, after Midoriya does point out that we need these people here, we need these people here, basically all hands on deck, and if you have a quirk for it, to group together. If you have electric-based quirks, go with people with fire quirks and sound quirks. And basically ice quirks. If you have half and half abilities or telekinesis abilities, try and stick together. That is your best hope for survival. Now, with that being said, you also do have the inventors, who are being given unrestricted access to certain shield technology. Either improving upon it in their own way, or changing the way it will work. Now, there is also the Hero Association, which does pair with shields. And they do take technologies from within the vault, or the 10 vaults all over the world, and begin to make what they can with them. Now, all crime does begin to just suddenly jump down, since people are facing something that they can't defeat, or so they do think. Now, with this looming war of the world going on, Midoriya and the heroes don't need to go outside at night anymore. People are safe, people are off the streets. In fact, this is the way society would be. A society where heroes have so much free time, they don't need to be heroes. Now, I stole that from Hawks, I know. Now, with that being said, we actually have Midoriya, who is with Jiro. Right now, everyone else is gearing up and making sure that things are okay. However, Midoriya and Jiro, they are getting ready for their honeymoon. Since the two, what they do want to do is plan things out a little bit more, have the actual ceremony, and then just disappear for a minute. Try to get away from everything. Now, with that being said, let us say that about 4 months have passed. And the ceremony is finally being held. Midoriya and Jiro are going to get married. It's going to be official. And, well, Eri is one of the bridesmaids. Now, this is all quite nice and fun. And the ceremony would happen. it being held, no one having any objections, and the two disappearing for a while. As Doria and Jiro, they would actually ask their symbiotes to allow them to spend this time together alone. Now, Venom and Mania were both obviously confused by it. However, they were not going to object. And Midoriya did actually entrust Eri with Venom. Now, this was quite intriguing. And Melissa, who will be taking care of Eri for a minute since these two are disappearing for a while, she actually asked if she could study one of the symbiotes more and better understand it. Now, Jiro did ask what type of things that they were going to do to the symbiote. After looking inside of her mind and seeing that it wasn't going to be nothing nefarious, she was able to give trust to Melissa. And she would be studying Mania for the meantime. Now, with that being said, these two would disappear and have a little bit of fun themselves. As let us actually cut over to Eri, who is currently inspecting herself with a symbiote. Wow, this is very weird. Yes, it is. Who said that? I'm in your head, kid. Wow, this is new. So, are you always in there? Yeah, I am. Well, it'll take some getting used to. Midoriya adjusted quite fast, actually. He did? Yes. He's a very nice man. He has been through a lot. Just like you, actually. Oh, I kind of don't believe that. Kid, I can show you everything. Now, Eri does tell Venom that that sounds like it might be just prying into his life, and that she doesn't know very much about the man. Venom saying that he knows a lot about Midoriya. He knows everything, in fact. There's not a single secret he could hide from him. Every time he bonds with the host, he gains their memories. And in fact, he does currently have hers. Him telling Eri some of her past, along with just saying that she's also spent a lot of time with Overhaul. That man's name, I'd prefer not to hear it. Sorry. But listen, you have a big role to play in the upcoming battle. I do? Yes. Listen, I will be sparing another symbiote soon. But Oria wants you to have it. Really? Are you sure? Yes. In fact, well, he wanted to give, me over to you for a little bit of time, just so you can get used to having this type of power. Okay. But how are me and Mr. Midoriya alike? Can't just call him Izuku. Okay. How are me and Izuku alike? You both have lost a lot of time. You both have not had it easy. For a while. And well, you didn't have your parents. Midoriya didn't grew up without his father. In fact, he still doesn't know where he is in all of this. The man has not come back. Even after he thought his own son died. That sounds pretty bad. Yes. If you ask me, absent parents sound better than negligent parents. Okay. But is that really all? He lost 4 years of his life. He was in a coma. My child, Carnage. Whenever I was weakened, taken out in a sort of an effect, it bonded with me and Midoriya. We became something more, a hybrid symbiote of the two. On instinct, I was protecting Midoriya's mind, but Carnage was already ripping away at it. I was trying to repair it as much as possible. And Midoriya, he was brain dead. For almost 4 years before he suddenly just gained out so much activity. He was alive again. I had a new host. I was stuck up on it. And whenever Midoriya was brought back, I was given back to him. I immediately wanted to see him. I was so concerned. In fact, I feel like a father to that boy sometimes. You sound like a good person, Venom. Thank you, Harry. However, I'm not a person. Now, Venom would then ask Harry if he would like to teach her, if she would like it if he can teach her how to fly. Now, Harry does just say that sounds very dangerous. As he does actually tell her that, actually it's not. He can show her how to do it by moving her body on her own. It's gonna feel weird at first since she's not in control or her limbs aren't responding to her, but he will hand back over control when they're in the air. Getting off the ground is some of the hard parts. Now, Eri does suit up and go to leave. Her talking about how strange her body does feel like this. That's the body's reaction to increased durability, strength, speed, stamina, and, well, a few other powers I need to show you. Now, as Aries walking through the door, we actually do have Toga, who does just ask Eri, "Where are you going?" Her turning around. As Toga walks forwards and asks Eri if she's leaving with Venom. Venom popping out of her back, saying that he's gonna teach her how to fly. Eri, completely surprised by that, as she does scream in her own head, "What was that?" "Sorry, kid, I should have told you I could do this." Now, Toga actually does tell Venom that she's gonna go with them, in case anything does happen. Now, Venom does understand, as the two do leave, and Eri does get flying lessons from Venom, ultimately having a blast. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing night. I'll catch you guys in the next part.